so starting the recording over again. I am doing a VOD review for one of my viewers. He/she, I still have yet to ask them if they're a guy or a girl or whatnot. You'd be surprised these days. So much to ask. Anyway, so they sent me a VOD review, an unranked quick play match. They were playing the damage roll on McCree on Blizzard World. So basically, they didn't give me a lot of explanation. Just doubling down and making sure. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, so they didn't give me a lot of information, which is good. I wanna have a little bit of a surprise from time to time. Let's see. I see Sage. Okay, so
Honor is all I have left.
In and out in no time. Ready for battle.
okay, put that away. All right, so let's get this pulled up and we'll get started. All right, so he or she's playing. I'm just gonna say he for now. Let's just make it easier on my mental state here. So they are playing McCree, and this was a quick play match, so this will be a very quick. Oh, a 9-minute match. It's actually a good time. All right, so I don't know what I'm going to be looking for. I'm just going to be doing some overall critiques here. Any details they want to share later on, I think I might put that over there for some disclaimer. But yeah, where am I? You here? Yeah, you're here. Purple for platelets. That's what this whole thing is about. All right, let's get started. So,
2, 1.
okay, before we even get started, let's let them walk out the door. Perfect, going with his Mauga. Okay, so let's look at the lineup. So on his team, he's got someone who has yet to even spawn, costing them a very good offensive push. He's got a Tracer as his fellow DPS. He's got a Kiriko and Mauga combination. It's not a bad composition. It's actually pretty interesting. McCree is not. I wouldn't say he's been suffering. He's actually doing much better with the projectile size changes, and I think he desperately needed something. I don't know. I don't hate right now what they're doing, and it obviously goes on for 9 minutes. So I think that they do something right. Yeah, Anna Kiriko seems to be the combination a lot of people are running on ranked games. I just noticed that now on the enemy team. I was actually looking at them. So they have an Orisa. Yeah, she's just basically a target for Mauga. This should honestly be very quick. This should be a very quick takeover. Hanzo. Yeah, Hanzo's. I mean, he lost his one-shot capability, but he is still pretty dangerous in the right hand. So you know what? Not counting that out right now, and then they got a McCree to match Sage over here. So what the heck is going on?
Get those spurs kicking.
Bad luck on that one. Good job, Sage. Good job indeed. I will say, going for that Kiriko, good notice on this one is that instead of just focusing on the tank, you went for the sustain, and that's immediately good. Only one thing. You were chasing Kiriko. I don't think you could. Yeah, you couldn't chase her if you didn't go past the doorway. It was a little bit of a risk, and it paid off. So no complaints on my end if it pays off. If it's stupid, but it works, it works. The thing to quickly note, though, is if you're going to make a high-risk play like this, you might want to strongly commit. I wouldn't have said to use your roll, but I definitely would have went forward a little bit more and make sure that you hit that hinder for certain. Then she wouldn't have been able to go anywhere. And she would have been forced to either focus you or continue healing the Orisa, who's obviously getting crapped on right now by the Mauga. And the Trace... What is Tracer even aiming at? What are you looking at? You looking towards Kiriko as well? What the heck? Yeah, the enemy Kree is looking like it's taking care of your Tracer, but yeah, and then you have the Hanzo up there. Again, it was a risk, but it paid off. I would have just taken like a step closer her direction, and then used the hinder. She probably would have been unable to escape at that point. Good use of cover afterward. You force the supports back, and then double dink on Hanzo. Get out, get out, get out. Oh my god. Good force of her abilities there. I love it. I don't know how you're still alive, though.
I'm really feeling the heat.
It's hand.
I would have held that. Honestly, there was nothing that they could do other than shoot your direction, and there was enough distraction. You could have definitely gotten the kill. What is this? Anything here? No. Okay, that's elsewhere. Let me exit off of Discord for now. I got the code anyway. Yeah.
Double kill.
You tangled with rubber.
Wait, what happened here? I would have held it. You would have gotten the kills, you would have still been behind cover. Okay, so let's try it one more time. Okay, I see what happened there. Not a problem.
Now time to fold in the end.
Stall? Nope. They lost their Orisa.
Captured.
Skip ahead a little bit. Alright, let's have a look. Are you in cover? You're like on the corner, you're waiting for your team, and that's good. You could take a step back. I would have gone a little bit closer to the wall to avoid getting hit. It wouldn't have mattered, but it's that little inch that makes all the difference. Like, this is where you're at. This is where you could be. And the difference is getting hit. Again, this isn't an issue. It's not bad. It's just, yeah, see, you almost got hit there. Good use of cover on the wall. I like that. Oh, the targets to shoot.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Ooh, good fresh. Good, good. Good. I love it. Ooh. Easy there, Maui. Uh-oh.
I'm really feeling the heat.
You did him dirty. You, just so you're aware, you did him dirty. Not a bad thing, but like, oh my god. I actually don't hate that. You forced off a swap. Okay, that's good. So, I mean, he's still got an advantage over Hog. He's become more advantageous with like health increases and everything with his damage resistance, but McCree is still a pretty good pick because it stops him from his mobility, from his team, and it stops him from being able to just walk in close. But you still have to be very careful with his new kit, so. Yeah, other than that, he's free ult charge, exactly. You took a very... Okay, hold on a minute. Can I just view that from, like, a third-person perspective for a second?
It's hand.
He did that to get you. Bro, by all rights, you probably should have been dead. I don't know how you're not, but you survived.
Thanks, Doc.
I mean, it was the thing is, like, it traded ults. Did anyone on your team die? Yeah, I think your Hanzo died. Did he die in the ult? No, hold on. I keep forgetting you're on red team. Yeah. The only thing that happened was that Hanzo died. That's pretty much the only thing. Oh my god.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay, good. So the thing I like about this is that you're taking high risk and getting high reward for it. You're not being dumb about utilizing your space. You're actually doing really good with that. You do play your corners. At times you're a little risky of going a little further away from your corner. I know I'm guilty of that too. I can't really just sit here and be like, you know, oh, I would always do that. No, I make that mistake too. I play away from where I shouldn't be all the time. But yeah, you're doing high risk pushes. You're not overextending to an unreasonable amount. You're hitting shots. You're getting kills. You're getting key kills. You're putting pressure, and you're using your ult by far correctly. Again, there was only like one nitpick back at the previous usage, but like, dang, you got me on that one. You're doing really good. You're sticking with your team. You're putting aggression. Oh. I like that you're timing your shots too. I can be impatient with mine. Your accuracy is very impeccable right now. Uh-oh. You made the correction. That was good. You peeked right in front of a Roadhog. All it could have taken was the Roadhog maybe or maybe not having their cooldown and just pulling you into the enemy team. I was going to make a Scorpion joke from Mortal Kombat, but we're above that. No, we're not, really. I don't know what this Anne is doing. I don't know. Well, of course they're going Sombra. Yeah, you use Hog as your ult battery at this point. Yep, good kill on Sombra. I wouldn't push. Okay. Now I would push. Now I would push indeed. Oh. Unlucky, but I mean, if it'll load on me, I don't know what's going on. I think this might still be an Overwatch issue. There might still be some lag going on the server. Oh boy. Yeah, so over here, like just 2 seconds ago, you saw him try to get up over here. And you guys are still pushing the point. He basically got away with everybody ignoring him. Oh, what the what? He did a swan dive with a half gator right into the back of the enemy line. That's like that's. I can't. He went so like look at this. I can't. His legs aren't even part of his body anymore. Oh my god. Oh, good catch on my end. Oh shoot. Yeah. So anyway. Let's ignore this for like 2 seconds. I'm gonna... Okay, that'll be good enough. Did his legs reconnect? No, they did not. Yeah, there's definitely some lag going on right now on the server. I think they were still going under a DDoS attack. So, if anything, I may just change off of this if the servers are still being buggy. But, yeah, when you saw him over there, I would have put a little bit more attention. Like, you can shoot from range. You could still be here and get value by just adding pressure, even if you don't get any kills. I wouldn't be going with the team I mean, not to say that what you're doing is wrong. You were making a very strong push, pushing the point forward. But the moment that you notice you were getting pressure from up front, like right over here, like you should be aware that their spawn is right there. And they still may have the Sombra coming out very shortly. That even if you're making a strong push, you got to be cautious. And their exit comes out right here. They could very easily just go over here, which is typically what happens in the lower ranks anyway. Sometimes they'll just go straight forward onto point if they're running out of time, which is usually like a more higher rank thing because hyper aggression is kind of there. But there was nothing that you could do here.
Is approaching its destination.
Nothing that could be done. Yeah, it looks like your team got reset anyway.
Try a little harder.
Yeah, your Tracer got out, that's good.
Hello.
Yeah, so maybe everybody was guilty of it because nobody paid attention, but their McCree, like, I went a little bit less further back that could have revealed it, but while you were right here, he was trying to climb the wall, the brick wall up there. So you could visibly see him. The fact that nobody paid attention to him, that was an awareness issue on your whole team's part. So it's not just you. Like, you shouldn't have been the only one. In fact, Tracer, maybe not you so much. Like, you could definitely benefit from being up here, and it would make no difference than being right there on the tracks or a little bit closer. That distance is within your shooting range. And even if it doesn't give you maximum damage, it's still pressure. Your Tracer could have benefited from coming this way and shooting on the off angle, kind of pincering the enemy team, having them focus over here or over here. And then when that McCree goes off, if she was here trying to get the pressure, she could have just blinked right back, put pressure on him, and maybe he would have fired early, maybe not, who knows. Again, it's what happened already, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, you're sticking with your team. I can't fault you for that. You're doing very good by sticking with your team. Good eye on the Sombra. I see what you're trying to do. I don't even know how to process what I just saw. So first off, you stop firing, you just narrowly dodge the hook by sidestepping it. I see what you're trying to do. Ooh, I think I see why you lost. Good on your part. Ah, that's what I was afraid of.
Sharp this time.
Payload's heading out.
Not really much to critique there. They did make the swap over to Genji, so you do have to be very respectful of Genji's space. I would utilize your Deadeye maybe a little bit sooner within any literal team fight. Here's the thing. Do you need to... And this is a very fundamental question that a lot of lower rank players who typically make brain dead takes, and no, this doesn't mean all lower rank players, but do you need to get eliminations with your Deadeye 100% of the time? Like, if it doesn't get you a kill, do you save it? Or do you use it even if it doesn't get you a kill? The short answer is, that depends. Yes, ideally you want to go for eliminations whenever possible. You are, after all, a damage hero. And Deadeye is one of the most consistent pieces of damage in burst for an ultimate. It is one of the weaker ultimates because of how easily it can be countered by walking past a wall or by killing the guy who is a glowing cowboy up on the field. I mean, I admit sometimes it's not easy to find him. If they properly know how to position themselves, it'll be definitely hard to get the kills on him. But do you need to get do you have to get eliminations to get value? No. By simply being in presence, by simply being in position, and by simply using your ultimate, everybody instinctually has to make two choices: look for the glowing cowboy or get to cover. But there's problems with each. Sometimes you can't find the glowing cowboy, and sometimes you can't get to cover because you don't know where he's shooting from, because you don't know where the glowing cowboy is. So you're holding on to a valuable resource with a Genji, who, yes, you have to respect, but maybe you can draw out his deflect with your ultimate. Remember, they don't have barriers. Your shots are hitting pretty consistently, and you've built up that ultimate pretty quickly. It's the principle I had to learn with Soldier, is that his ultimate, although it's not the fastest one in the game to charge, I know how to efficiently use Soldier to gain the upper hand in getting my ultimate. And I don't need my ultimate to get value. I had to train myself for that. My ultimate does not determine my value. It's my positioning, it's my game sense, it's my awareness, it's my eliminations, it's about my objective play, playing with my team, positioning properly with my team, taking aggressive angles, doing all these different things. But using my ultimate often, because I'm going to get that back. It's a resource that will recharge. Yes, it's an important one that you shouldn't just blow through if you don't have if you notice in your match that you're not getting it as quickly as you'd like, you should probably hold off until you get something really good and then use your ultimate as soon as possible. But remember, it's a rechargeable resource that the longer you hold on to it, the more it hurts you. The only time that it will not hurt is when your team is washing the opposition. And that can, come with time. But that's not the case here. Who do they have? They have Roadhog, Ultimate Battery. Sombra and Genji are debatably very jumpy-esque heroes, so you have a little hard time hitting them. Kiriko really can't do much apart from teleporting. And then Anna over there is pretty much an ult battery for you too, because she doesn't have any mobility. But here's the thing. Remember, again, the big takeaway here is that you're holding on to a resource that could force out Genji and make him play worse. And now he's using his ultimate, and there's not really much you could do. Other than maybe using your ultimate to draw him toward you so that he doesn't kill your healers. It's just a thought. Anything could really happen. Let's see what goes down. Yeah, nothing can be done there. I'm actually surprised that they duoed that ultimate ability. That's really weird. They really EMP bladed on that? Feels very weird, especially since the blade had gotten wasted. Got 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's see what happens. I would have held that! I would have held that! Ah. Sombra's just getting into you. I wouldn't say they recognize the win condition. I don't see the way the rest of your team is playing because I'm paying attention to you. Are you guys gonna win this? Another minute? Yeah, I think you guys win this. Based on the time. Good, good. got your mercy, though. I'd pull out. I want to quickly note something, too. You're doing a lot of fit.
Let the kitsune guide you.
So, here's the thing. So, I see that you're also... Let me just go forward onto this real quick. I'm noticing you're doing a lot of frontlining against a Roadhog. Even if he can't one-piece you anymore as McCree, you do have to understand he's still got enough damage output with a large enough target that he can render you near enough incapacitated. I'm actually surprised you're surviving as long as you are. One thing I did note, I'll let this one play out a little bit more so we can get the angle I need. So when you went left to try and take that flanking angle, and you shot up at the Genji, or not the Genji, was it the Genji? Genji or Sombra, one of the two was up on top. And when you were shooting at them, good target prioritization, but also remember two things. Number one, you had your Roadhog on the left, and that was your big threat. He's an ultimate battery for you. Look at it again, you got your ult. See what I mentioned? That was less than like 2 minutes. That's good. For McCree, it's about average. But you're frontlining on the Hog. That's number one. Number two, you're playing aggressive. Very smartly, too.
It's hand.
But the second thing I was just going to mention is that you usually pedal off your Deadeye very quickly. You shoot your shots because you don't want to wait. By taking an extra second. Like, it's hard to describe it because I can't articulate the words, but something I've been trying to learn myself too. You can wait the extra second because it is only in like 2 or 3 seconds that you could always make a split-second change of a decision. I get in position for, like, this is the example that I'm trying to bring up and hopefully you can understand. I go into position to tack visor behind the enemy line. My team's making a push. The team fight begins. I basically say, okay, on the count of 3, I want to make sure that they're definitely paying attention to my team. So 1, 2, and just as I'm about to say 3, I notice that my team gets wiped. Pull out. Because guess what? They're now going to be able to pay attention to me. My visor's going to be useless. Let me hold on to my ultimate ability. So what you're doing with your Deadeye, you did good here. A little bit prior, I would have held it for just 1 more second, and you probably would have gotten better eliminations from that too. Maybe one a little bit sooner, but look at what you did. You now just eliminated their enemy backline. The enemy backline, which was the supports. Your Ryan's coming in to assist. Perfect. Oh. She's the bane of your existence. But you got the win. All in all, I did not hate that at all. That was actually one of my favorite things to watch so far as this goes. Wow, I loved the aggressive play, loved the angles that you took, liked the accuracy that you had, and liked the ultimate usage. Again, the only thing I would say is try to stand for maybe like 1 more second of holding it and don't just panic press the trigger to launch it. I have no criticisms of this. I very much and thoroughly enjoyed watching that. Thank you for sharing that, Sage. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to coach on that. That was awesome.